One thing I've realised by training people across the world in Microsoft 365 Copilot over the last few years is they're making some very small mistakes. But those small mistakes can lead to big frustrations, such as the need to rewrite all of the content that Copilot gives you to meet your particular language style. Or that the Copilot they use every day doesn't know anything about them, meaning they need to tell Copilot in every conversation how it should also react and write content for them. Do those sound familiar? Well, those and many other frustrations that people have in Copilot can easily be fixed by making just a small few changes. And today I'll be sharing both the mistakes and the fixes with you as well. So now let's head into Copilot and find out how we can make some alterations to make it more helpful to you and use it every day as your new digital AI assistant. So let's go and make some changes in Copilot and stop making the mistakes that most people do today. The first one is also now making your Copilot less like a digital AI assistant and more like your personal AI assistant by telling it how you want it to behave and respond. We can do this in Copilot in the app on the web or inside of Microsoft Teams. And we can select the three dot menu in Copilot, select settings, and then browse over to personalisation. The first option are custom instructions. Select edit instructions and tell Copilot here how you would like it to write and respond to you, even a little bit more about your job role and what you do. I've already got an example which I'll give to Copilot, so you can also use that if you're struggling to know what to give to Copilot here. Select Save Instructions, and now Copilot's responses from this point on will use those instructions to also refine them and make them more personal. But Copilot is not just limited to custom instructions. The other option are Manage Save Memories. And you can see here I already have a number of saved memories that Copilot has built up over time. But there's a shortcut for you to set up some memories to help it also respond to you in a way that you would like. Head back into your Copilot, and then I'm going to give it a prompt inside of our prompt box to give me a series of questions to help it understand the way that I want to work, how I want Copilot to also respond. Giving this prompt here to Copilot, as we can see, it gets to work and it gives me a series of questions. The first one is around my communication and writing style, and I can let Copilot know that I prefer a conversational and a friendly tone. Each then answer I give to Copilot here now will update its memory, meaning we can see it directly in the user experience that I prefer a conversational and friendly tone in communication. That memory alongside custom instructions now ensures that my Copilot becomes a personal digital AI assistant, not a generic one that we find elsewhere. So employ those two techniques to make your Copilot much more personal and stop making the mistake of making it a general AI assistant that you always need to recreate the copy and content it gives you every time. And here's one I find a lot. When people are working in Word documents with Copilot or other Office apps, they tend to copy and paste the content straight into Copilot Chat and ask Copilot to rewrite it for them. A classic example is here. We have an executive summary I want Copilot to rewrite. I highlight the content, copy it, head over into our Copilot app, whether in Teams or on the web, and I simply ask our Copilot to rewrite the executive summary and give it the content itself. Copilot gets to work and now begins to refine the executive summary in the way I would like. But I then need to copy and paste it back into the Word document and deal with a whole range of formatting problems. And that can also waste time. But instead you have a few new options here. Instead of copy and pasting your content, why not ask Copilot just to access a document for you? To achieve that, we'll now start a new chat with our Copilot, and I'll hit on the plus icon, select Add Work Content, and point Copilot to the exact Word report that lives in my Teams, SharePoint site, or my OneDrive. And I'll now ask Copilot to rewrite the executive summary just like I did before. And we can see here that Copilot now has access to the document, begins to rewrite the executive summary in the way I would like. But that still poses a problem. I still have to copy and paste that back into the Word document later, right? And that can be a bit of a pain. But we can also use another option here. Instead of using Copilot Chat, we can use the new agentic capabilities in Microsoft Word, using the new Edit with Copilot experiences. So with that document already open on my screen, instead of taking it into Copilot Chat, I'll open the Copilot sidebar ensuring I've selected Allow Editing here rather than the Copilot Chat option. Now I'll simply ask our Copilot to rewrite the executive summary and refrain from bullet points. And now, rather than it rewriting the content to copy and paste back into Word, well, very simply, it rewrites the content within Word, now updating the executive summary to the style I would like in one single prompt. So yes, don't make the mistake of copy and pasting your work content into Copilot Chat. Point Copilot to it either through chat or just use one of the Office editing experiences with Copilot to make changes on your behalf in one single prompt too. And sticking with Microsoft Word and Copilot Chat, how often do you ask your Copilot to do some research for you or write you a report, just like I've done here in this very short prompt? And we can see here we have a pretty comprehensive executive summary and findings around what we need to focus on in Project Greenspace. But again, I need to take it into Microsoft Word to share with my peers and make changes. Now I can begin to copy this and have formatting issues, or instead go right to the bottom of Copilot's response. Notion you can do this in any of your Copilot replies. Select the 3 dot More Options menu and select Export to Word. Now Copilot will open and draft up a brand new Word document. By selecting Open Word, it shows us a document on the screen. Saved to your OneDrive for Business, it's ready to be shared and edited. So there you go. There's no more need to copy and paste and bring it into Word. Simply export it to Word, take all that hard work away with the formatting, and now you have a comprehensive report you can share with your colleagues. And also, don't make the mistake of declining your meetings. With Microsoft 365 Copilot and Premium capabilities, you'll want to catch up with the meeting later that you couldn't attend. And we find most people declining meetings, meaning they don't get access to the meeting recap, the transcription, and those recordings. But now there's an option in New Outlook, Outlook on the web, and in Microsoft Teams Calendar. Here I have a clash, and for this meeting that Alex has put forward, well, I want to access it a little later on, ensure I can pick up with a recap of what's also discussed in the meeting. So rather than declining the meeting, instead I'll choose Follow. By selecting Follow, the meeting organizer is also aware that I'm only following the meeting. In fact, when they start the meeting, they're also prompted to record or transcribe the meeting to ensure that people that are following can also get back and understand what was discussed later. So select Follow, and we now see it updates inside of my calendar. The meeting organizer is aware, and I get access to all of those shared resources, be it the meeting recap later, to catch back up on the meeting a little later on. But if you're now thinking, well, Scott, I've never actually transcribed one of my meetings, well, I'm going to show you how. And why is that? Well, many people make the mistake with Copilot that they join a Microsoft Teams meeting they're organizing, and they expect later on to have Copilot available to them to provide the recap. The problem is, though, they haven't transcribed the meeting, and that causes a problem. There's no meeting recap later for you also to pick back up on. So if you don't want to make that mistake, go to the 3 dot menu, select Record and Transcribe, and start transcription, and choose the language that everyone is speaking within the meeting. In doing so, the meeting is now transcribed. We're now using voice-to-text capabilities. Everyone in the meeting is being transcribed, giving you the ability to catch up on the meeting later. Use it for minutes, actions, and also your colleagues that are following have access to the recap. So don't forget to transcribe your meetings, because Copilot won't do it for you automatically. But also one of the big mistakes we find is just not be able to understand how it all comes together. How could you use Copilot every day to work smarter and take off some of that workload? Well, that's why we created our Copilot Masterclass, both for Copilot Chat and Premium, inside of the Your 365 Coach Academy. So if you want to fix your knowledge of Copilot and stop making the mistake of not knowing what to click and where, then why not check out our Academy link below to find out how to use Copilot in fantastic new ways. So with that, let's go back into Copilot and find out what else we can do to fix those frustrations. And another mistake we often find is by giving Copilot prompts that are not very detailed and expecting brilliant results. It just simply doesn't happen. Even with the Work tab here selected, because I have Premium Copilot and given it this prompt to create a report on Project Greenspace, it's way too vague. In fact, Copilot doesn't really know what the report is about, so it's just going to create a report about anything it can find on Project Greenspace. You may be happy with that, but instead I would say we need a better prompt. And sure, you could go and look at GCSE prompting. There's already tutorials here on our YouTube channel. If you want a shortcut to improve your prompt, head over to your Copilot Agents capability and then search for Prompt Coach. The Prompt Coach is a free Microsoft agent provided to improve prompts. We can open it and then give Copilot that poor prompt by selecting Analyze Prompt and then pasting in the prompt I was going to use. Copilot now applies GCSE prompting methods to improve it further. And now we can see in our prompt coach, it's came back to let us know that aligning to the GCSE methodology for better prompting, there isn't a goal, the context is unclear, there's no real sources of information, and how do we want the report set out? Now I could begin with our prompt coach to refine it and give it those points to build a better prompt. But in fact, we can already see a much better prompt here. I could simply copy it, take it into our Copilot and use this better and more improved prompt. So don't make the mistake of giving Copilot a short, vague prompt. You'll only be expecting poor results. Get frustrated and give up quickly. Use a prompt coach for free to build out your prompt and improve it further. And so what we often find as well is that when people are using Copilot, they also won't decide or think about what model they need. And yes, for most people, well, you probably won't need to worry about it. But you are working with different types of prompts. It's handy to know that beneath the auto drop down, you can choose the level of response that Copilot should give you. You see the auto option, well, that allows Copilot to decide which of these it would also need to give you the best response. That's not a bad option, but you may already know the type of response you need. So to have a quick response here, I need Copilot to think deeper. And now selecting this model here, it'll now think deeper about its response and reason across more information to come back with this executive level report. But don't also forget that in the drop down, we can also choose from different models. There's a range of these different GPT models to select from, and even Claude Opus as well. So if you want to now refine how Copilot thinks by changing the model, you have that capability. Beneath the auto drop down, choose the model that best meets your requirements without having Copilot decide for you. Gives you greater flexibility and ensures you get the results you need quickly from Copilot. And sticking with the concept of memories and custom instructions, yes, you may have saw that in my custom instructions I did specify a language. That means we can also have Copilot change a language for you. But if you didn't do it in custom instructions, instead you can also do it through memory. Here in Copilot, I can simply ask Copilot to move forward with speaking to me in French and remember that. And this is quite helpful because we've worked with many people around the world where English is not their first language and they prefer Copilot to talk in a different language to them. So we can see by adding this instruction and ensuring the memory function is also being used that Copilot and its future conversations will now discuss in French rather than English. So use Copilot and its language capabilities to ensure it can speak to you in the language that you prefer. Don't make the mistake of thinking that Copilot can only talk in English. So there you go, we've now seen a range of different fixes to stop the mistakes that we make every day with our Copilot. And you can use all of these to improve your experience and make your Copilot more like your personal digital assistant than a simple AI assistant. But I'd love to know what you think of these. Why not let me know in the comments if these are also frustrations you've found in Copilot and whether you think I've also missed one. As well as that, if you've enjoyed today's tutorial, why not hit the like button to let me know and also hit the subscribe button so you can find more tutorials just like this every single week helping you in Copilot in Microsoft 365 too. So with that, well, I look forward to seeing you in the next one.